everybody just jumped back. They couldn't believe it.
Oh, I don't believe it. What is it?
What if the heartwarming family drama you grew up loving was hiding a painful truth? Behind the wholesome charm of Little House on the Prairie, Karen Grassle, the woman who played America's beloved Ma, was silently suffering emotional abuse, public humiliation, unfair treatment from the very man fans adored, Michael Landon. Now, after decades of silence, she's revealing everything and the truth. It's nothing like the fairy tale we thought we knew. If you think you knew the real story, think again. This is the side of Little House they never wanted you to see. Stay tuned, it changes everything. Born in 1942 in California, Karen Grassle was drawn to performance from a young age. She studied dance, threw herself into school plays, and after graduating from Ventura High School in 1959, she pursued higher education at University of California, Berkeley, earning degrees in both English and dramatic art. Her raw talent earned her a Fulbright fellowship to the prestigious London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, where she refined her craft with classical training. From New York City to Memphis, she built a powerful stage resume, performing Shakespeare, working regional theaters, and gaining recognition for her emotional depth and versatility. Despite this extraordinary foundation, Karen had virtually no on-screen experience when she auditioned for a new family drama in 1974. The show was Little House on the Prairie, and its creator and star, Michael Landon, was already a household name thanks to his long-running role as Little Joe Cartwright on Bonanza. Landon didn't want polished Hollywood types, he wanted actors who brought rawness and heart. After auditioning 47 other women, he chose Karen Grassle, saying she looked like a pioneer woman. It was the opportunity of a lifetime, or so it seemed. At first, Karen was overjoyed. She was stepping into the shoes of Caroline Ingalls, a strong, nurturing matriarch whose values reflected everything wholesome about American family life. But what began as a dream quickly spiraled into a nightmare. As executive producer, writer, director, and lead actor, Michael Landon had total creative control and with it, unchecked power. Before the second season began, Karen asked for a raise. Her role was central, her performance beloved, and she believed she had earned it. Landon, however, dismissed her. He told her she wasn't as popular as she believed and compared her salary to the younger cast. From that moment on, their working relationship changed dramatically. Scripts began to exclude her. Major storylines no longer included Caroline, and on set, the warm, supportive energy she once felt vanished. Landon became cold and dismissive, cracking inappropriate jokes at her expense. According to Karen, he mocked her appearance, belittled her contributions, and made degrading comments in front of the male-dominated crew. The scenes that audiences loved most, those quiet, tender moments between Charles and Caroline Ingalls, became emotionally excruciating to film. In what should have been intimate, heartfelt conversations, Karen found herself trapped beside a man who used humor as a weapon, humiliating her while the cameras were rolling. The toxicity didn't end there. Others on the cast would later speak out about their own experiences. Allison Arngrim, who played the iconic villain Nellie Allison, collapsed from heat exhaustion on her very first day of filming. Shot in Simi Valley, California, Little House on the Prairie was filmed under blistering heat, with temperatures often exceeding 100 degrees. The cast, especially the women, wore layers of period-accurate clothing, corsets, boots, petticoats, and suffered through unbearable conditions. Arngrim's heavy wig cut into her scalp, sometimes leaving her bleeding before the day had even started. Despite the smiling faces we saw on screen, the physical demands of the show were brutal. Melissa Sue Anderson, who played Mary Ingalls, also later revealed that Michael Landon was not the saintly father figure he appeared to be. In her memoir, she described him as controlling and mean-spirited, someone who mocked cast members in front of the crew. She revealed that when Little House on the Prairie ended, Landon made the decision to blow up the entire town of Walnut Grove, not for dramatic effect but to ensure no one else could use the set after him. It was a final act of control, a symbolic scorched earth. The creative side of the show wasn't always original either. Many Little House episodes were lifted straight from Bonanza. One particularly striking example came from an episode titled A Matter of Circumstance, where Little Joe is injured and nearly amputates his hand. Years later, in A Matter of Faith, Caroline Ingalls suffers a similar fate. Same plot, same dramatic tension, same emotional beats. Michael Landon didn't just shape Little House, he recycled it from his past, often without acknowledgement. To those watching at home, it didn't matter But to those working on set, it was another reminder of how little originality or respect existed. Behind the scenes, and through it all, Karen Grassle carried a secret that nearly destroyed her. In her brutally honest memoir, Bright Lights, Prairie Dust, she revealed that she had been battling alcoholism. Her father had been an alcoholic, and she swore she'd never follow in his footsteps. But in 1977, during a cast luncheon, she had one glass of wine. It seemed harmless until she couldn't stop thinking about it. Later that week, she drank too much before a speech at a feminist conference and humiliated herself. A friend told her plainly, "You have a problem," and for the first time, Karen saw it too. She tried to quit. She failed until one night, broken and full of shame, she made the decision she would never drink again. Just months later, her father died, his life taken by the very disease she had just vowed to overcome. The timing wasn't lost on her. She chose sobriety, and she never looked back. But even as she healed privately, her professional life remained painful. Her character on Little House faded further into the background. Her voice in production meetings was ignored. Her presence on screen diminished. And yet she remained. She delivered. She stayed professional. She embodied Ma Ingalls not just for the camera, but as a symbol of grace under pressure. When the series finally ended, Karen Grassle returned to her first love, theater. She co-founded the Resource Theater Company in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and later joined the Actors Theater of Louisville in Kentucky. Her performances in productions like Cabaret and Driving Miss Daisy won critical acclaim, with Cabaret earning her the Outstanding Achievement Award in 2008. She toured across North America, bringing powerful roles to life with the same strength that had once carried her through her darkest moments, offstage. Karen Grassle's journey was just as courageous and, in many ways, even more powerful than her role as Ma Ingalls. When the camera stopped rolling, she didn't simply retreat from the spotlight. Instead, she stepped into an entirely new role, that of a passionate advocate for women's rights. Using her fame not for vanity, but for justice, Grassle co-wrote the groundbreaking TV drama Battered, a raw, emotional portrayal of domestic violence in America. It was a bold move at a time when such topics were rarely discussed, let alone shown on primetime television. But for Karen, silence was never an option again. She lobbied for federal funding for women's shelters. She marched, she spoke, and she stood up, becoming a voice for countless women who were afraid to speak. She wasn't just acting anymore, she was fighting. And her platform became a lifeline for those who couldn't protect themselves. In 2021, after years of theater work and activism, Karen Grassle returned to the big screen, and not to forget a heart-wrenching drama about Alzheimer's disease. She shared the screen with Hollywood legends like Cloris Leachman, Tatum O'Neal, and Olympia Dukakis. But for Karen, this wasn't just another film credit. It was a statement that she was still here, still creating, still telling stories that mattered. After everything, addiction, emotional trauma, career setbacks, she had not only survived, she had thrived. Meanwhile, Michael Landon remains a complicated figure in television history. To millions, he was a beloved icon, a creative genius, and a symbol of wholesome family entertainment. But Karen Grassle's story forces us to reconsider that image, not to destroy his legacy, but to complete it. But he was also, at times, cruel, demeaning, and egotistical. The truth doesn't erase the warmth of Little House on the Prairie. It simply adds the context fans never knew they were missing. Others from the show echoed her experience. Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie Allison, described the set in her memoir Confessions of a Prairie Bitch as a locker room environment filled with vulgarity, testosterone, and inappropriate jokes. She called Landon mad, bad, and dangerous to know. Yet, like Grassle, she also found him fascinating, a man who could make you laugh, then cut you down in the next breath. A whirlwind of contradictions. In the years before Michael Landon's death in 1991, he and Karen Grassle managed to reconcile. She expressed sincere gratitude that they made peace. Little House on the Prairie will always be a cherished part of American culture. Karen Grassle, the woman who embodied calm and compassion on screen, bore a burden most viewers never saw. Behind every smile was a struggle. Behind every episode, a silence she carried. Until now. In speaking her truth, Karen Grassle became a voice for every woman silenced by Hollywood's spotlight. She didn't just survive Little House on the Prairie, she rose above it. If her story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful untold stories from behind the screen. Thanks for watching.